Street Bridge right now. Barrier crossing the middle. This steel area here in the middle should look very familiar to Highlander fans. This is where Duncan and Connor fought Slan Quince in the very first episode of The Gathering.
And in all the opening scenes with the opening credits and everything, it shows them on that scene as well.
Shan and I are fairly certain that these steel gates here have been added, because I don't think those show up in the shot from the TV series.
And they look fairly new where they're actually attached.
If you look here at the bottom,
yeah, it's fairly
this looks
new.
fairly recent.
Like within the last 10 years or 15 years.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the bigger bridges that we've seen here in Vancouver, and it's pretty freaking cool. So we're going to go a little bit further down and see if we can find the exact spot that the sword fight took place.
I think it's right over there.
Over the side over here, there's a beach right down there where Duncan fought Alicia Martins just a few episodes later in Free Fall.
And we'll be going there next.
Yep, we're going to head down there next. And I believe that's also the spot where Duncan pulls Connor out of the water. So those are the spots we're looking for right now. So stay tuned. Okay, so Shan and I are pretty sure we found the exact spot where the sword fight takes place.
It's over here.
Connor walks through this arch right here and approaches Slan Quince from this direction. They then have the fight over here in the bike lane. This is a chain link fence right here in the show. They've now reinforced it with concrete.
Fence somewhere right here.
Chain link fence.
Yeah, and then they fight up over here.
Yep.
And then they're like.
Yep, and then the fight takes them over here to the railing. We did establish that yes, this is not
these
here.
These are not here. Because they kind of lean over this
and then
fighting.
Slan pulls the cheap shot and shoots Connor with that little projectile out of the bottom of his sword, and Connor falls over the bridge into the water. But yeah, this is a pretty awesome location.
Yeah, very nice.
The great Connor McLeod, Christopher Lambert, was standing right where we're standing.
Right here, over there.
And so was that guy from Night Court.
Look at the architecture, it's beautiful up here. And you saw the other side earlier with the boats, it's really nice.
There's like 4 or 5 big bridges in this town, but this one is undoubtedly the coolest. They picked a really good location for the pilot episode, Sword Fight.
Yes. All right.
Really awesome. Later today, we're going to be going to the Science Dome, where another great sword fight takes place. So, lots of good stuff planned for today.
Yeah, beautiful.
So we're at the bottom of the Burrard Street Bridge. I wanted to try and get the scene where Duncan pulls Connor out of the water, which would have happened right here. Clearly the tide is in. If you watch the scene, it's kind of a rocky area like what's below us, but it's all underwater right now.
And the old dock that's right next to him there's a part of it right over there.
You can see this little thing right here in the background.
Yeah, it's part
Obviously
of the old dock.
it's much higher out of the water in that scene. But yeah, I was kind of hoping to go down there, but clearly that's not going to be a possibility unless we want to go swimming.
Which is tempting. Very, very tempting.
This is going to be as close as it gets for us. But yeah, this is the area right here where Connor and Duncan came out of the water, and we're talking about Duncan not going back to Tessa and so on and so forth. Right here at the base of the bridge.
And Richie was over there somewhere.
Yeah, Richie would have been somewhere over here in the bushes, or maybe even right at the top.
No, because you could see
line.
You could see the bridge next to him, which is he was probably way over there. That's why I was wondering if you wanted to move down to see if you could see where he was. Because he was like in the bushes over there.
Yeah, but because this would have, you can see the stairs, so you actually are able to get down there.
Oh yeah, right there. So Richie would have been over there. But
yeah, apparently we're just here at a bad time of day, and we're not going to have time to come back because there's too many locations.
But we also don't know when low tide is.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, there you go. On to the next location. So Shan actually wanted to go down to where Christopher Lambert was. There is a staircase over here, obviously, so you can get down there when the water is lower, but I'm guessing that's during the summertime. So Richie would have been standing right about where I'm standing.
Yeah, I can see the shot of where he would be.
Yep, right on the other side of these bushes. And the cameraman would have been down there where Shan-Chan is, shooting up this way with the bridge in the background. So yeah, I'm pretty much like right where Stan Kirsch would have been for this scene. Just peeking out at him down there. We found this seagull out here while we're looking for the Felicia and Duncan fight. Shan-Chan's going to try and sneak up on him. So if it goes badly, I want to get it on video. Not quite.
I tried to pet him, he moved. Got pretty close though.
Yeah.
I didn't have any food for him, so.
Okay, so Shan-Chan and I walked this entire beach, and we are both in agreement that we are pretty sure this is the only location that this fight could have been filmed at. So we're right here by the Burrard Bridge still, and this should be the beach where Duncan and Felicia battled. I'm guessing it took place both here and over here. I'm guessing that this is where Duncan walks away from after deciding not to be hit her, is this long stretch right here, because it's the only long stretch along this entire beach. Because it was filmed at night and you can't see much of the background, it was pretty hard to determine the exact location. However, there are a couple scenes during the duel where you can see a lit railing in the background, and I'm pretty sure that's what this is. And once again, this is the only location that has that. I'm guessing the water was a little bit lower at the time, but once again, it was during the summer, so that would make sense. Just like our last location where we weren't able to get to the spot that Duncan dragged Connor out of the water because the water was too high. So if the water was lower, this would have been absolutely perfect. So yeah, probably right here and over here, because we got these rocks jutting out right here. The opening scene where Richie's waiting for him with the sailboats is probably right here. And then where Duncan walks away should be right there as well. Yep. One more scene chalked off the list. So we're standing out in front of the St. Andrews-Wesley United Church.
Sorry.
This is the place where Duncan and Amanda rendezvous with John Durgan to try and save Joe. We're going to try and go inside. They may be having a service in there right now. Don't know. It's Wednesday, so maybe we'll get lucky. I'm going to try and film the other side of the building as well. But you can see the nice big stained glass window up there that's very prominent in that scene. Alright, here's the church from another angle. Tons of big fancy windows up here. And look at that. That's pretty freaking amazing. So the people working in this building today were kind enough to let us in. So this is the stained glass window that is featured prominently on the end shot when John Durgan leaves the church. But, I mean, that's just hitting the tip of the iceberg when it comes to how incredible this building is. Look at the detail on the stained glass windows. And then there's another huge one over here. I mean, they're all pretty huge.
The one behind the altar.
But, I mean, this is absolutely incredible. Wow. And then we got them all along the other side here. This is a cool location. Holy smokes. The pews are no longer here from the show. We just got like a whole bunch of chairs here. It looks like some of the things on the interior here have been gutted. I mean, it looks like this was just recently put up over here. But still got those. I mean, I'll bet you when somebody plays the organ in here, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And they're building some kind of stage up here right now for some kind of presentation that they're probably having later in the
They
week.
got the piano up there,
Yeah.
but the altar was probably right over here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right where they stashed the cross of St. Antoine. Right here.
And I'm thinking that...
And all this area in the back still looks very old school. That looks like the organ right there. Yeah, this is pretty amazing.
Where do you think Amanda was hiding?
Don't know. We might be able to check the video and find that out. Okay, we just watched the clip, so I was wrong about where the cross is. There is a grand piano over here that's covered with a cloth, and the cross is sitting on top of that. And Joe goes over to it there and starts yelling at Dirk from that spot right there. Amanda is hiding right there, right next to the organ. Shan Chan wants to go back there and get a photo.
There's a little bit of steps over there. They might let me.
These gentlemen are working, so we're not sure, but we'll give it a try. All the photos will be at the end of this video, so you can see what we got at that time. On the corner of Smith and Granville, we have the Orpheum Theater. You would never know it from looking at the exterior. I mean, it is skinny, and it's surrounded by other buildings. You'd never know that this was a giant concert hall located inside this thing. This was used in multiple episodes, including See No Evil, Rite of Passage, and The Wrath of Kali in the flashback. So we were dying to go into this building, but it is locked up tight.
It's actually all three of them are the flashbacks for that.
Very, very disappointed that we can't go into this thing, because I'll bet it's spectacular on the inside.
We kind of peeked in the windows and you can kind of see some of the architecture inside, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's just the opening area.
Yep. Pretty disappointing. Oh well, on to the next location. Okay, so we are right here outside of the Vogue building. The theater was right over here, like one block down over here. Not technically a Highlander filming location, but along the sidewalk, all the way down that street, all the way down that street, all the way down the sidewalk over here, and all the way down the sidewalk over here, we have these little stars for the BC Entertainment Hall of Fame. Shan Chan and I checked every single one of them. We thought for sure it was covered up by the construction that's going on over there, because they covered the whole frickin' sidewalk. But we got lucky. We found the star for Jim Burns.
Woo!
So if you're looking for this, and you don't want to search through the like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them like we did, just take a gander right outside the Vogue building right here. And it's right here in the sidewalk. We're getting a photo of that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we are outside the Harbor Convention Center. Apparently it's just been converted from a casino into a convention center. We got this Plaza of Nations stuff all along the glass here. This location is from season 2, Studies in Light, one of me and Shan Chan's favorite episodes. I'm going to be getting some more footage of this here in just a moment, but I wanted to hit the Science Dome over here real quick. This is by far the best view I've gotten of it so far. We should be heading over there in just a little bit. We're going to hit the Chinese Garden, and then we're going to head to the Science Dome, hopefully by the end of the day. Okay, for the Studies in Light scene, where they are going to visit the art exhibit put on by Gregor and Linda Plager, it shows Duncan, Tessa, and Richie walking down this pathway, and they have a little chat, And you can see them walk right by this stairwell along the side of the building. And they walk right over here. This building is really cool, by the way. One of the reasons I wanted to come here. And then all of them walk in through this door, which is now boarded up. So the camera pans out to a wide angle so you can capture the splendor of the building. And then all three of them walk in that door right there. Now this oversees a shipyard. Don't have the location for this one right off the top of my head, but it seems like this would be a spot where the Sea Witch might be parked.
It is not. I have that marked on your map.
Shan says no. Okay. Still, cool looking shipyard with a lot of big frickin' boats. I mean, look at the size of this sucker right here.
That's a nice yacht. They left their light on.
The Queen of Diamonds. It should be the Queen of Spades.
Queen of Spades, yeah. I do have the Queen of...
Okay, so over here is the building we just left, which is the former Edgewater Casino. Over here is a monstrous stadium. This building was used in See No Evil, where Tessa's friend almost gets scalped.
But it had a different roof then, and they changed the roof since then. It was more of a clam shape.
Yeah, and obviously there's no way we're going to be able to get inside with a completely deserted building and get our photograph taken at the very center. So we will not be going in there. That's more of an adventure than what we want. But it is a shooting location, so we just thought that we'd stick it in here real quick. All right, we made it to Dr. Sun Yat-Sen Park. This was used in a whole bunch of locations. Or episodes. Revenge of the Sword in Season 2. Road Not Taken in Season 1. What's the one from Season 4, honey? The name of that episode?
Which one?
The one with Mythos and Alexa.
Oh,
Timeless.
Yeah.
That was used in this episode as well, where Duncan fights Walter. So yeah, we're going to see if we can get in there and get some cool photos. Alright, we just walked in through the front gate, and this place is just...
amazing.
Breathtaking. Even if you don't know anything about the series. This is really, really cool. Duncan and Grandfather Lau walk across that bridge right there in Revenge of the Sword. In Road Not Taken, he comes in through this circular door here and gets ready to fight Kim Sun's goons. I just took a picture of that. That'll be at the end of the video. Kim Sun's goons walk through this area and this area, and Duncan and Kim Sun have their little practice session right here. Duncan comes out and stands right next to this rock with his sword out. I'm going to try and get a picture of that as well. And yeah, I mean, we haven't even seen half of this place yet. But I mean, look at this. Just spectacular in every fashion. Right over there, across the way, is where Duncan and Grandfather Lau have their little philosophical talk. I believe this area right here is also where Duncan fights Walter. Right here. Please don't break that.
Sorry.
But yeah, this is an iconic location for the Highlander series. It was a little expensive to get in here. It was about $35 for both me and Shan to get in. But yeah, this is really, really cool. Okay, found another location. Jimmy Song is working in the bark dust right here at the very end of Revenge of the Sword. When Duncan walks in, right where Shan Chan is standing. You can see both of these windows in the background of that shot. And they have their little philosophical chat. Look at this. Holy smokes. This place is amazing. But the camera shot probably would have been from somewhere right there. This bush doesn't seem to have been there in that shot, so I guess they added this bush at some point.
Timeless was in here too.
Uh-huh. I told you.
Yeah.
Where Duncan fights Walter.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the spot where Duncan fights.
Right over there, where I just said. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Doesn't look like it. No, that's not the right
And
spot.
I think this is another talk with Grandfather Lau, where him and Duncan walk out that thing and walk this way. That's earlier in the same episode. So many filming locations here. I'm not sure we're going to be able to get them all with the limited time that we have. But we're sure going to try. In this area right here, this is a beautiful area, but I don't recognize this from any of the episodes of the show. But we do have this. And I'm pretty sure from this angle right here, as you can see the outline of this red door in the shot, and that window in the background.
Duncan's standing like right here.
Yep, Duncan is standing right there talking to Kim Soon.
There's like a table there or something.
Yeah. And I believe they are talking about Chulin.
There's some cool artifacts and stuff in here too.
And I believe there's also a shot from this angle where this is silhouetted in the background, where he's saying, you've been working on this potion for 300 years and it hasn't done any good. But yeah, that's a cool silhouette shot.
Yep, this one right here.
Yep,
Right
that's
there.
the shot I'm referring
Yep.
to. Yep.
That's it. Yeah. Hut and everything.
So this area that I tried to film earlier, apparently this is Dr. Sun Yat-Sen Park, which is right next to the garden. And we are being told it's been closed since the pandemic hit, which stinks because there was a ton more scenes from the show shot over here. And we are being told that no, we cannot get over here.
Yeah, the fight with Walter was actually over in this area.
The fight with Walter, I was wrong earlier about them both taking place in the same location. The fight with Walter is actually over here on the other side of this little bridge, which you can see in the background of the fight. I believe that you can also see this tree over here with the long strands. I believe that's also in the shot. But yeah, that really stinks.
Yep. It looks like it's part of the... Oh, you cut it.
No, I'm still shooting.
Oh, you still... Oh.
Yeah.
It looks like it's part of the Chinese garden because it's all within the walls. But there's actually no bridge that connects them, he says. It's from the other side. There's another entrance.
Yeah. You can see the white wall way in the back over there where Grandfather Lau gets shot. So we will try and get over there, but...
I think that's the side where we're parked on.
Not hopeful at this point. We may be able to. If we can, we will. So we're about ready to leave the Chinese garden here. Still haven't been able to find any kind of access to the park other than what I've already filmed. But I just want to get this real quick before we get out of here. Duncan sees these two doors. You can see the door knockers on them are still there. Obviously in the show these are closed. And there's like a very extravagant gold design right here below the door, which is no longer there. But you can see over here where it used to be. It's got some scuffs and stuff right there. But yeah, I like that scene where he comes up and he touches the two doors. And these are them. So I thought I'd get a shot of that real quick. Okay, so I found the area where Grandfather Lau gets shot. This is where Jimmy Song is, he's just had the fight with McLeod and he's trying to blow off some steam. And he's signing a bunch of autographs for kids outside this door. As the camera pans down, you can see this right above the doorway. And these steps. However, this statue of Dr. Sun Yat-Sen was not there. So they either removed it or this has been added since then. Not sure. Now, Duncan chases the gunman across a field right after Grandfather Lau gets shot. There ain't no field here. So maybe that was a different location. According to my research, it was done in the park, but since half the park is blocked off to us, it's kind of hard to say. But yeah, this is definitely the door where that scene took place, at least. Okay, just across the street from the Chinese Garden is Crosstown Elementary, right there. And this is known as Andy Livingston Park. This is where Mythos meets Alexa. Right there on that bench that Shannon is sitting on. You wouldn't know that it's got all this funky stuff surrounding it from the camera angle. You can only see the water here in the background as Mythos is sitting there waiting for her. But yeah, this is a pretty freaking iconic location, so we had to come here. I wonder how many people have fallen in the mud trying to step on these things.
Well, there's usually water here during other seasons. You can tell that there's a fountain that's flowing.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking I might go up there to the top and get a shot coming down from the top too, because this is a pretty cool area in here. So here's the area at the top of Andy Livingston Park. Pretty nice view. And it's actually fairly peaceful up here, considering grade school is in session down there. But here's the top of the waterfall. And it flows down there. Down to where Shan Shan is. And that's where Mythos meets Alexa. In season 4, the name of the episode is called Timeless. That's a lot of people's favorite episode. So. Pretty awesome. So we're at the opposite end of Dr. Sun Yat-Sen Park. And unfortunately, this is as good as it's going to get for footage here. Pretty sure that the fight between Duncan and Walter takes place somewhere down this path right here. You can see Claudia. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this on film or not. There's a gate at the very far end down there. You can just barely see it to the right of the screen right there, that she walks into after Duncan tells her to get out of there. So I'm guessing that fight takes place somewhere down there. But yeah, I was dying to go into this location, and I'm really, really miffed that we can't. But there are so many Highlander locations up here, there's no way we can get them all in one trip. So
maybe next year.
Yep, we will be back. So stay tuned for part 2 at some point.
There it is.
All right, here we are at the Science Dome again. We're going to try and find the exact location where Duncan fights Chief Balin. I suspect it's somewhere over there along the water. We have opted not to go into the Science Dome just because we don't have the time. We've only got one more full day out here, maybe 2 at the most. And there's still a ton of locations to visit. Shannon really wants to go and see the Double Eagle or the Queen of Spades. So we're going to try and get there next. But yeah, Science Dome is pretty awesome. I'm hoping that we can get some shots of it when it's lit up at night, if that still happens. But so far, every time night has fallen, we haven't been in the area. So we will see what we can see. We're still walking around the Science Dome trying to find the exact area that the fight took place. So we're in this little area here, and we've got this little section here that juts out, where you can basically get an entire panning shot of the city. So there's the stadium that we were by earlier. and the casino where we took some photos earlier today. Sure is a beautiful city. Chan and I love it here. I don't think we could live in the city. It's a little bit claustrophobic for us. We're not big city people. The parking is also a little expensive. But man, it sure is pretty. Maybe we can move to Steveston or something. Beautiful, beautiful. Still circling the Science Dome looking for the fight scene. And we came across this view. Love the snow-capped mountains here in the background. Okay, so after much debate, we've decided that this is where the fight takes place, because you can actually see Balin walk right by this rail before they start fighting. So we are in the right place. So this is where we came in from. So this is like the very first stairwell in the corner here. Obviously that thing in the middle with the 4 lampposts on it was just a prop because they cut all those down during the fight. However, you can see a couple of camera angles that shows this corner over here when they are fighting, and this square section with this door. However, this used to be twice this big. There used to be 2 doors here. So what I'm guessing is they have added this part, because in some of the shots you can actually see this arch here with another glass door section in it. So I'm guessing that they added this part,
and they added
basically this entire wall around here that has all the solar panels on it. Because you can get a better shot of the dome. There's a couple of shots during the fight that come up like this while they're fighting, where you can actually see the top of the dome.
And we
can't see that here.
Yeah, these walls are raised higher.
So yeah, the fight's going to take place right here. Duncan and Balin go up this stairwell during the fight.
We could go to the roof that was there before.
Duncan throws Balin off this railing right here.
You can see the roof right there, but now it's up higher.
And then beheads him right in front of this door.
Yeah.
So we are in the right place. It's just changed
so much,
quite a bit.
Yep.
But out of all, we circled the entire Science Dome, and this is the only area that even has the square windows. So this has got to be the place. But yeah, that took a little bit of digging. Okay, we've made it inside of Heritage Hall. This is where the Double Eagle is. In fact, I think these are the stairs right here where Kit O'Brady kicks out the belligerent gambler. Pretty darn sure that happens right here. In here is the Double Eagle. It doesn't look like they're going to let us in, but you can see that spot right there where Kit had his lucky coin posted up on the wall. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
If they let us in, we'll be happy. If not, this might be the only footage we get of the building.
Okay.
It's under severe renovation right now.
So, there you are.
But yeah, still a really cool location.
Yep.
Okay, we got very lucky. We totally lucked out. They let us in here. Here is the Double Eagle right here in this hallway. You can see these really cool pillars in here. This doorway right over here is where Amanda walks in. You can see the marble in the background right there. And I was right earlier about Kit kicking the belligerent gambler down these stairs.
No, I was going to show you something.
Super cool.
There's 2. She's going to show us something.
Oh yeah?
Not on film, though.
Oh, okay.
When you're finished filming.
Okay. So yeah, this is the Double Eagle Casino. from the episode Double Eagle in season 4. Wow, did we luck out on that? We just happened to be walking in there when another couple was looking to check out the venue. We were able to get in. Normally this door is locked and they're not letting anybody in here except for by appointment only. And we just happened to get lucky and walk up and we're let right in there and right into the hall. Boy, did we get lucky on that. Okay, so this is what the building looked like when it first opened in 1917.
Right now it's
Certainly
under
doesn't look like that right now.
It's
The
under
entire
construction.
building is under construction.
There's a big tarp over it because it's the
Yeah.
roof that's being fixed.
Yep. We'll show you that here in a minute. But yeah, it looks nothing like that right now, unfortunately. So for those that want to read this, we'll just do a quick scan down. And you can pause the video if you want to read up on Heritage Hall.
It says the spring of 2021, but she said it was late and it's going to be done it's supposed to be down in like a week and a half, she said.
Shan and I both really, really love Double Eagle. That's one of our favorite episodes.
Love that.
I would love to write a story with Kit O'Grady in it and do another Highlander episode somewhere down the line, but we'll see how my original work pans out first. Okay, so we'll cut the film for now, and I'll try and get a shot of the outside of the building here in a minute. So, this is what Heritage Hall currently looks like. Not exactly a lot to look at from the outside. Apparently the entire roof is being redone. But yeah, the entire building on all 4 sides is covered with scaffolding and just grayed out, and yeah, it just kind of looks gross. So hopefully somebody watching this video in the future, if they decide to pay this location a visit, it will look a little bit prettier than this.
Hopefully next time we see it, it'll look prettier than this.
Agreed.